Nittany Lions and the Buckeyes. A rivalry born of one side setting the standard and the other trying to climb the mountain. And we are on the cusp of dotting the I on a great clash in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a top 5 team in this conference, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on last year's national champions, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Nittany Lions will kick it away to start. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Ohio State's offense will have the first possession of the game. As the song goes, the Buckeyes like to fight that team across the field and show them Ohio's here. Penn State was painfully aware of that the last time these two faced off.
Yeah, and then you have the snarky media and everybody talking about it. This is what Ohio State does. They always beat Penn State. They beat them bad. They embarrassed them. I hope Penn State's ticked off and ready to roll.
There are a lot of guys on Ohio State that got a few extra helmet stickers the last time these guys played because they were making plays all over the field. Penn State's best players have got to play better in this one.
They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. From the gun, the ground game. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Quickly to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there.
Fires one high and deep. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. And the Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. So Penn State's offense will go to work for the first time. And they are going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback and this whole offense, David.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful. They wreck games. They individually take over because of their greatness. It's focal point 1, 2, and 3, Jesse.
They're physical and athletic, and that's the thing that's so dynamic about this position group, right? They stop the run, they get after your quarterback. Tremendous challenge for this offensive line.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. That's reeled in. It's Maddox. Breaks into the open. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Wilcox. Got his man quickly. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. The Nittany Lions, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. He caught it into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
The coverage team maintained his discipline, not much doing on that return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better.
Turning it on! They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Line gets set, first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to throw again. Quick strike complete. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. Big third down here. They need to get the ball to the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the right. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Use the play fake, down a throw. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. Back to pass. Here comes the Heat. Got it in stride inside the 20. Chopped out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. The play action fake. Picked off to stop the threat. Taking it the other way. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Going to try to get it himself. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. Guys, it's almost impossible to overstate the importance of this game. The result might well be the cut line between really good bowl and the playoffs.
It's a really good point, Reese, because at this point in the season late, this is a resume builder, and this might be the win that you need to improve your status and impress the committee so that they put you in the college football playoff.
Yeah, in these top 10 games, they get more attention. More people are there, more people are covering, more people are talking about it, more people are spreading it. So, obviously, to do it on this stage will go a long way to determine whether this team gets in the playoff.
Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. On run the option. Now the pitch. And he's chased out of bounds at the 6-yard line, and they'll try to stick it in from there. When they love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Motion from the wideout. Looking for a man. It's Wilcox. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. And the D denied them on 2nd and goal. It's complete on the right side. And that one did not work. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they made it tough. And now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Tight end finds a soft spot. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking to throw. Looking to get it in. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Penn State! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go.
Oh, he's got some space. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Rushes on him. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Makes the grab right down the middle. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Got the 1st down and more. And a really nice run and pickup there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Gets the back moving. Looking to pass. It's Wilcox. Under fire. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. These two Blue Bloods really didn't become rivals until Penn State joined the Big Ten in the early 90s. We really sensed an Ohio State. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They punt it away on 4th down. Slips through the line. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Got a man in the middle. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. The Buckeyes have taken it inside the 20. They'll run it from the gun. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They go to the ground. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. To the ground with the back. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And the Buckeyes will try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. To the air, it's Wilcox. Got a man. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15. They'll immediately call timeout.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
And he's brought down after a nice game. Just enough time to get off one more snap. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's McKay. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. Between the uprights, it's good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. The Buckeyes will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the 3rd quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's McKay. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
And that's what I love about this offense, man. They run the football and get first downs. They throw the football and get first downs. So much balance. That's why they're the #2 offense in all of college football getting first downs. They are so...
Gashing the D on the right. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. The Nittany Lions will have it 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. He's got it on the run. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. And the Nittany Lions started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Got his man on the right. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to to get ththose positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
No good. Guys, a missed opportunity there. The lead is still 3.
Well, they knew coming into this game, touchdowns were going to be real hard to come by going up against this defense. So when you got opportunities to kick field goals, you've got to come away with 3 points. You're not going to get these chances very often.
Pressure coming. Here's the pressure. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer.
Picked off. A turnover in their own end. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
What?
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long. With players like that, getting after him.
They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. This noise, this crowd, and you can feel the jolt of energy going through the Buckeyes.
Well, everybody loves 5-yard runs, Reese, but come on, let's get real. When you're chucking the ball down the field and you got great quarterback play and wide receivers out wide that are making plays, fans go nuts, and the Horseshoe is one of the loudest places in all of college football.
Safe completion on the screen. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. And the Buckeyes are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
The Big 12 has become must-see TV, and fellas, today's clash is no different. Minnesota is on the ropes, and it's like they're looking at their corner and saying, no mas. The type of performance we're just not used to seeing in Minneapolis. They're trailing by 21 to Texas. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward, as this could shake up the Big 12 race significantly.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Wilcox. And his throw is incomplete. The Horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed, it's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. After swapping into the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. They'll try to bully their way for the first. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It's good. He's going to hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And here in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They'll start this drive with a pass. Grab behind the line. It's McKay. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The Nittany Lions with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He's got him. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Handoff from the gun. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to throw. It's Wilcox. They get to him as he throws. Zips it out to his man. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Wants to go up top on first down. Connection to the right. There he goes. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. The Nittany Lions with the 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the tight end. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They just keep firing. Fires to the big fella. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Tie game here late in the fourth. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on fourth down. Got it! Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, 1st and goal. And the offense is so close to the go-ahead score, they can smell it here in the fourth quarter. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Touchdown, Penn State! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Wide open downfield. Oh, he got loose. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked in what this defense is trying to do.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. The give on the option. This Nittany Lion defense has just been suffocating. The front seven has been dominant. Guys like Jack Ham would be proud.
Yeah, just big, physical, just owning the guys up front. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. The Penn State D-line just dominating this football.
Trying play action. Under fire. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Offense with jumbo personnel. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Looking to throw, it's Wilcox. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. This quarterback part of their running game. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. That is the exclamation point, and they remain perfect. So Penn State takes down Ohio State, a couple of Blue Bloods, cornerstone programs in college football, and you know both sides can't wait until they meet again. Thanks so much for spending some time with us.